Well, it finally ended. My ban from YouTube, the 1 week I got with the strike that I received, is finally up. And I'm going to get this, going to be the first video I'm posting. I want to explain what happened to me, and I want to explain certain changes I'm going to make to the channel and how to communicate with me better in a way outside of YouTube, okay, just for a safety factor. Well, what happened is, and it took me by surprise, I do a lot of videos on a lot of different things with firearms reloading, history. You know, I have a very broad spectrum of different things that I do. And one of them, which was popular, and to get the views in it, you do something that's popular with people, was 80% guns, receivers, whatever, the polymer 80 pistols, and I did some AR style lower receivers, both polymer, aluminum, this and that. So I made a series of videos on that and worked on these projects. They were quite popular, and I got a lot of views and responses for it. So that was over a year ago, say a year and a half ago. So I forgot about it. I still get emails from people asking me questions or something like that about the different types of projects you can do. But it kind of died down because I'm not very active with it. And I did it for a time to say I did it, gain my experience with it, so then I can give you an answer, or an actual answer based on my experience, okay? So when I get posed a question on that topic. So I forgot all about it. So I went out, like I said, with the crisis and everything going on, I'm into the black powder guns, so I got that Colt Walker and worked on it. So I spent a real nice day out shooting a Walker, testing the different bullets, testing, you know, people say you can put X amount of powder in there with a round ball and all this other stuff. So I was doing my work with that. Came home, I posted a video that I made a few days before, the week before, of me shooting the 03A3. So I uploaded that, got it running, went out in the garage, cleaned up the guns, did all this stuff, and then in the afternoon I came back and the upload, you know, went on. So that video was uploaded, and I started going through my emails because people communicate with me all the time. I check my email account about 3 times a day. Okay, so I was going through the emails and going through the spam and crap, and I'm looking, and I get this notification from YouTube. There was a problem. We had to remove one of your videos, and I'm like, man, the last time that happened is when I made a comment about the illness, and I made a very negative comment. It's voiced my personal opinion, and that's when I got a warning, and they yanked that video. So talking about the illness or anything about, or saying something derogatory on there is against their policy. You're not allowed to speak out against it, about vaccinations, about anything. If you speak out against it, your video's gone, and they will shut you down if you keep doing it. Okay? So I go and look, and I look, and I'm trying to figure out what video it is. Because they pulled it, you can't see it, so I have to go through the listing of content and go down and find it. And what it is, I come back a year and a half later. It's me finishing the pocket on an AR-15 lower. So I said, so I got kind of upset, tried to respond, tried to file an appeal. And, you know, basically they told me that you cannot upload or have live chats for 7 days. Okay, so this is like taking me by surprise. I'm like, you know, what, you know, what are you gonna do? So I try to file a thing in there. Kind of upset. I did get a hold of the Gun Geek and 314 shooting channel there, the Canadian cartel I call them. I got a hold of them pretty quick, and I think it was either later that day or the next day. We did a private chat, and I talked to them a little bit about it. And I thank them both. I thank them very much for the help they've given me this past week. The Gun Geek and I think it's 314 something 99 shooting channel. So we just talked about it, and they explained to me some of the things that happened to them over the years with YouTube, and it was over like reloading videos. It wasn't even about the illness. It wasn't about 80% receivers and all this other stuff. But it's just, you know, the way they word what is restricted is so vague, okay, that basically more than 50% of my content, if you look at it in a certain way, can be deemed unsuitable or unfit. It says the manufacturing and modification of ammunition, modifying guns. Now, they said modifying guns that are illegal, in other words, converting something to full auto, making a suppressor, something like that. These things are deemed, well, they are illegal, okay? And the instructions to do that or videos about it are banned, okay? So I understand that. But 80% are not. So I'm trying to figure out, how do they do this? And then the strange thing is, once I started sorting through all this and looking at it, they did not just take one video, they took 3 videos down. Okay? And when I did the different steps, where like I'd show the kit and explain the process, and I would do one thing and that, whenever it come to finishing the project and examining it, you know, I'd explain what I've done and we'd look at it, show you the final thing, and then fit the parts in. Those were the videos that got nailed. And I think also how this kind of works is these videos got a ton of views because this is information everyone wants. They won't watch the explanation. They don't want that. They just go right to the section where they want to see it finished. And that's where it got the high views. And I guess everything with YouTube works on your views and your other things. Then, when I was checking it today to check on my analytics, it shows that when I was banned, they stopped promoting or inserting my videos, I guess, in the search engine. So my views are down. Irregardless of content that is, you know, putting content in or whatever, they actually stop. I guess they promote my videos because of the popularity, or they do something to get them out there. And it shows that my views across the channel are lower this week because I've been banned and they stopped doing that. So it comes down to the point, alright, so that's what happened. Alright, and I got into a thing. I'm going to do a video where I'm changing a lot of the policies and what I'm doing with this channel. Because like I said, I have a lot of videos out there that do not deal with these supposed banned things. Okay, that people watch. Maybe they're not as popular as the things that are banned, like 80% receivers or whatever. Some of these videos get thousands and thousands of views, where a lot of the ones about antique guns or black powder and that, they may only generate a few hundred. And that is the way I've kind of existed on YouTube with these basic videos, which people do like. And I have a lot of subscribers. I have to change the battery here. So like I was saying, there's an awful lot of content over the 10 years I've been posting videos that's out there. It does help people. I mean, just things about reloading tips and this and that. And I really don't want to get my channel banned. okay? And a lot of people, oh, well, you know, who are they to say this and that, and truthfully, nothing's illegal, but all of this happened, and I was taken by surprise, and my political analyst, my wife, who scours the internet, watches the news and that, told me that on the Epoch Times, they said that at the same day that this all happened, the president said he was going to do something to force all the social media outlets, which is YouTube, Facebook, whatever else there's out there, Twitter. He's going to force them, or do something to force them to stop the spread of information on how to make ghost guns. They're out to get ghost guns, or basically what they are referring to is completing 80% projects and making guns without serial numbers on them. That has become, in this past week, Schumer was out there saying it, this has become a flashpoint, say. Which is kind of ridiculous, because for the amount of them that are out there and have been out there for the years, you know, it's kind of like foolish to say, all right, we're going to put a stop to it. We don't want it, we're going to do it. There is no law. See, this is where I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. There is no solid law or anything saying that this is illegal. Okay? It is just the opinion of certain people that they want this stopped. And it is not against the law. But because YouTube is, you know, you sign an agreement with them, okay? You sign an agreement with them to, that you will abide by their rules, okay? Or content, or their policies, okay, which is not a law, it is not anything, but it is an agreement you make with a private company to use their service, because generally this is where they got you. This is the thing about YouTube, is it's not costing me anything to upload, and it's not costing me anything to leave these 10 years worth of videos up there where anyone can see them, okay? The thing is, where you do end up getting something out of this is when you monetize, you know, there is money that comes my way from the monetization of the videos. And this is another thing people brought up, that where they can demonetize your videos so you will not get anything for your putting up content, but they will still post advertisements and make money off of your videos. Okay, which I didn't realize that. Okay, they'll just, I guess they just do it to where when someone looks at it, they can change, you know, because I don't choose the ads that go in there. I don't choose them. I do not tell them I only want to run this, because a lot of people were complaining. I was making videos complaining about the election, and there was just a slew of political ads for the Democrats on all of my videos. Okay, so it's kind of like you're making a deal with the devil. And now people go, well, the hell with YouTube, go with BitChute and all this. I tried that BitChute, and I tried getting some videos up this week, and it's a nightmare. Uploading them, the format, it takes forever. Then I just about uploaded a video, and then all of a sudden it just disappeared. Okay, I seen the gas gauge running. I don't know what happened, or if I walked away from the computer while I was waiting like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it just kicked it out at the last minute, said can't upload, and then it just, you know. I know a lot of my subscribers said, hey, go with the BitChute and all this other stuff. But what it comes down, and we're all stuck. I'm stuck, and you as the viewer, subscriber, supporter is stuck, is they get you involved in this system, which, like I said, it's economical. It doesn't cost me anything. I can just keep posting and posting. I don't pay them a storage fee. my stuff's there. There was one of the first videos I did in 2011 or 2010. I can still find it. It is still out there. Okay? Anything else you do, you're going to have to pay a fee for any kind of storage, for this to be done. You have to pay. And the minute you start having to pay, nobody deals with this. Okay? And Google, which runs YouTube, Google controls all the search engines, just about. I don't think there's maybe one or two others out there, but the majority of your search is controlled by Google. Okay? So if you go against them, you're going to be put in a situation where everyone's going to say, oh, well, you know, I had enough of YouTube, I'm going to go somewhere else, like Full 30. I went to Full 30, I got an account, but there's nothing in there that says anything about uploading or anything, you know, like YouTube. And I believe with Full 30, you would have to, I'm not sure, and then, you know, everyone, oh, well, they changed owners, this, yeah, but still, when you go there, you just cannot upload videos. I believe you have to pay a fee. And it's just like some of the other channels, larger channels than me. Someone told me I was a big channel, and I didn't realize what they're talking about. But some of the other guys that have been on YouTube run, you know, this is a hobby to me. Okay, but some of these other people have a larger channel, a larger view, and I remember the one individual saying that when they had that Google Plus, and he was doing firearms videos, and they blocked all his monetization. He went to look for, and a bunch of people did. There's several channels that you guys all know that went to Full 30. And it's kind of like the one guy just explained. Well, I went there, I got set up, I posted some videos there. And he goes, even though it's a good site and everything else, he goes, when I post a video there, you know, I may only get 600 views. But when I post a video on YouTube, you know, I get 5,000, 8,000 views, and it's beneficial to him. Okay? Because there is a cost in doing all this. There's time, cameras, batteries. My camera's getting to where I think I have to get another one, and the batteries are getting low now to where it's just over time they degrade to where, you know, it's supposed to be a 3-hour battery, but it's only holding maybe an hour, 45 minutes as it gets worse. So yes, there is an expense to doing this. And if you're not going to get views, you're kind of wasting your time. Like with BitChute, I mean, yeah, there's several of my subscribers that are really into it, really like it. But out of 15,000 subscribers, you know, there might be 20, 30 people that'll actually go there. You know, I kind of built something that's beneficial. And I really don't want to jeopardize it because I have no other venue, okay? But I have looked into it, and I've started different things. And I'm going to make a series of videos on all kinds of stuff. First of all, I'm changing a lot of the things I do with the channel just slightly. Number one, no more 80%, no more if you send me an email with a question or something, and I have deleted all the videos. Okay, because I don't need any more surprises. I don't need being shut out of YouTube because they probably will keep all my videos up there. I don't want to go through and delete all 1,400 of them. Okay, they can lock me out and still use my work to generate money for themselves. This is the one thing that I really don't want to see, okay? I don't want to see this happen, and it can happen, and I have no control or no way to fight it or no way to go against this, but it is a real thing because they can change their regulations, they can update their policies and everything else. A lot of people say, yeah, that would take a huge amount of content out of them. Okay, but political pressure, you never know. I really don't see it happening, but the uncertainty, in other words, I can't see it coming. Okay, and that's the problem. So 80% projects, I mean, yeah, it was real popular, got a lot of stuff on it, but it was a small part of my channel. I'm done with it. Okay, I ain't gonna fool around with it. It's one thing to say, okay, we did it, people interested in it, I gave my opinion on it. It is still cheaper just to go buy a legal part, firearm, or whatever. It is still costless. Okay, but people like to do it. People wanted to see if they could do it. Okay, and everything, and it's not really against the law. But now we're getting into where political pressure, if you speak out against something, like I said, freedom of speech doesn't matter when you're dealing with a private company. They have their policies, they get money from certain places, and they can shut you up. That's just the long and short of it. And the basic problem is with people themselves. How they get away with this is how people are. Everyone just picks up a phone and wants it instant. Nobody wants to take the time to have to go search for me and the information I put out other than just clicking or speaking into the phone or doing something. See, this is the second half of it. It's not so much the people controlling everything, it's how people are and how they react. Okay, if you make it even just a slight inconvenience to look for something, to do something, then people just stop doing it and don't go no further. Okay, so yes, it is very easy to silence me because of, like I said, it's a private company and the way people are. If people have to go out of their way or take another 15, 20 seconds to search for something, then they're gone. But on the other hand, is over all these years, I have subscribers that keep an eye on stuff, are with me, and have supported me. Like I said, them fellows up in Canada helped my ass out. They actually went and posted that I was down for a week. They actually had a live chat last Sunday, which they let me come on as a guest. So I was able to be in a live chat, not locked out. I've had several subscribers that have gave suggestions and helped me out. And what I've decided to do, out of all the suggestions, you know, there was BitChute, there was Rumble, there was this, there was that. The one social media site that I found was MeWe. And what's great about MeWe, it's kind of like a Facebook type of thing. I have just my personal page, I have the Koba 49 page, then I have a private group, which I just set up. See, I'm not very techno savvy in all of this. So I went there, and also during the big blackout, they shut down BitChute. People were having trouble finding my videos and all this other nonsense. And then people were suggesting, hey, go with this social website, MeWe, okay? And the kicker about this one is I think you do, to have an account, you do have to pay a monthly fee or something like that. So this is not free. So right there and then, that eliminates a whole array of people, okay? But I don't care. What I found is, and I'm going to do a separate video on how to get to my private group. It is a closed group. I set up a group page, closed group. It's called the Koba 49 Refugee Camp. Okay, so everyone who, and that's another one when I go through the changes, any of my projects or anything I'm helping people with or doing some little odd jobs for people, okay, I'm no longer going to kind of be bringing this up on YouTube. I've got a closed group and a private group set up, and so far I think I got like 18 people in it. But what this is going to be is it's a closed group. We can chat, we have discussions, I can put notifications up there, and tell you what I'm doing without the risk of it being banned or the topic I am speaking of being considered against YouTube policy. And also, you guys can all mingle there, and if you wish to, like say somebody has a set of reloading guys they want to sell for 270 Winchester. I got 2 sets. I don't need them. Somebody says, well, hey, you know, if you want to, post it to the group and go, hey, look, you know, I got these dies I don't need or I picked up. And if somebody else in the group wants them, you know, go ahead. You know, I'm setting this up so you fellas can communicate between each other about shooting sports, reloading, and you don't need me. This is what this is, trying to form a little community group here from my subscribers from YouTube that have the wherewithal to take the time to go get an account and get involved. Okay? And there's a lot of people with a lot of varying interests, okay, that watch my channel. Like, I didn't realize how many people really like black powder guns until I started working with them, and a lot of these long-time subscribers are interested in what I'm doing, interested in what I'm working on, because this is more into their personal interest. Okay, the Carcano thing, just like the Mo's and the Gons. These fad guns, guns that are popular, they're all over the internet, everyone's talking about it, there's private groups there, and people have questions and everything else. And then the ammunition shortage, anytime I make a statement about that, there's a ton of views on that. If you take the time to join this, have a private group, we're in a place, I hate using the term, but we're in a safe place where we can freely speak without no interruptions, I guess, or anything like that. And basically that's why I set this up. That's one main thing, and I will do a video about it. I will put a link to that down there, and of course, like with all closed groups, there's like 3 questions you gotta answer. And I had some people, well, I don't know the answer to these questions. It was about a camouflage pattern or a flag on a wall, and I made the questions easier. Come down, answer the questions, whether you get them right or wrong or not. If I recognize who you are, I'm letting you in, whether you got the questions right or wrong. Okay, so don't worry about that. Because most of the people that have joined this group, I recognize who they are. Okay, so I'm the one running the administrative part of it, so that's who you're dealing with. You're not dealing with a robot or somebody that's not connected to my channel. It's just, you know, sorting it out. So yeah, that's where we're going. I'm back. I'm making this, getting it up. I'm going to get a lot of content out. I got stuff with the Walker, like 5 videos made, something I'm working with the French pistol, 7.62 French long cartridge. I may be going out and experimenting with that. I got a lot of stuff now because of the ammunition crunch. Really, I can't go anywhere further with the Carcanos other than giving the guys an update and some advice and talk about ammo for them. There's not really much more I can put out there to help people. So that's kind of phasing out. I'm going to get back into a lot of my oddball caliber cartridge making, okay? And because of the crisis, I'm all doing developmental work. But I will get it down, start getting the stuff made, and then when the crisis backs off and I can get components, especially powder and primers, I will be able to help you guys out with your interest in these unique and unusual things, okay? So hey, I'm glad to be back. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to work on how to avoid any more of these unpleasant surprises, and just stay tuned, fellas.